here in Anse Royal on the island of Mahe to meet Jean-Paul Geffroy. Jean-Paul is a third-generation farmer who's building on the skills passed down from his grandparents and parents to drive innovation not just on his farm, but in the Seychelles agricultural sector. Let's go to work. So what innovations are you employing on this farm?
We have a seedling machine where we've been using different types of way of doing seedlings for the farm, and we have a steaming machine to treat our land, our soil, to reduce the use or the dependency on pesticide. Basically, this is drip tips. It's a form of irrigation, and we implement it 100% on the farm. We're using drip tips, and it is more efficient, and we're using less water, and it is directly feed the fertilizers as well to the roots zone.
How many varieties of crops are you growing here?
We have spices, salads, cucumbers, tomatoes, eggplants, different types. So we joined the WTO, and then we have also competition from other countries that are exporting to Seychelles, and we are importing there, and the price is so much cheaper to import.
According to the FAO, over 80% of the food consumed in Seychelles is imported.
Do you think the Seychelles, with farms like yours, will be able to feed itself?
Now, no. We need proper investment. We need land. We have insufficient land. We have insufficient resources for investment and all that. So if we can get all this in place, it's not impossible, but frankly speaking, we're quite far to it.
Next, we went to meet a farmer using traditional farming techniques. She only recently became a farmer, having spent most of her career in the tourism sector.
The person who farmed this land, he did mostly 90%, I would say 99% root crops. I have realized why, because there's a lot of things I didn't really know about farming that I'm learning now.
Do you have interaction with the other people farming and share knowledge that way as well?
I can see there is a good entente between all the farmers and the people who do farming or live here.
According to the FAO, 25% of people living in sub-Saharan Africa are undernourished. Could the next farming technology we went to explore play a part in reducing this figure? Alfred Fourcroy is the CEO of the ISPC Food Company and the Val d'Or ISPC Farming Management, which for the last 8 months has been growing crops using hydroponics.
What was the investment required to set up your hydroponic farm?
1 year of investment just in research, and then after that the investment into the equipment, the greenhouses, the water systems.
So what benefits do hydroponic farming systems bring?
Well, you actually you're capable of protecting your crop from all these aggressions, natural aggressions from, again, bugs, insects, viruses, bacteria and everything, from the soil, from the air, by protecting them with very solid sealed greenhouses. And then the enemy is the heat also, so you have to have greenhouses with proper ventilation. Yet the problem can also be water supply, and so you have to have a good water management supply, and that allows you at the end to grow 52 weeks a year.
And how many varieties of crops are you now producing out of the farm?
We do herbs, we do zucchinis, peppers, cucumbers. So in total, I think we'll be around, at the moment, 25 varieties of products.
Rosemarie lives on the land that hosts the hydroponics farm, which she had farmed more traditionally prior to partnering with ISPC.
Before it was like a forest. We had pigs to get the compost, with the compost to grow mainly passion fruit and pineapples, and then we introduced dragon fruit. but also lemons and citrus. They had a lot of investments and a lot of trials before you get the right variety, the right dose, the right everything, because we're importing too much and we don't know what we're eating, at least here. We know what, especially on pesticide and fungicide, so we know what we put on, so I think it's safer.
According to the WHO, agriculture uses 70% of the available fresh water on the planet. Could hydroponics technology help us use water more efficiently in growing our food? Julian Dufranse manages the hydroponics farm at Val d'Andorre and brings the technical know-how to run it effectively.
All the water comes from the rain. We mix fertilizer and we take it back and use it all the day to water the plant. The big difference is that we don't use soil. The second difference is that we can put then more plants on the same surface, and then the yield are bigger. We sow the plant in rock wool blocks. When the plants are big enough, we take them and put it there on a rock wool, and the roots go in, and the development of the roots is only in these bags. We give the water by this little pipe. The water go out of the bag and we take it back. It goes to the treatment station where we filter it and we treat it with UV to kill the bacteria and all the disease that could be in the water. I think it's a good solution because here the lands are not very big and difficult to work, and we can give what the plants need to have a big yield. Then I think it's a solution.